Hi everyone, I see 2 folks already here on YouTube, that's awesome. And a couple more people joining on Instagram. Hey Kush, so great to have some familiar faces here. Happy Thursday morning, we're almost to the end of another delightful social distancing week. It looks like the sun is finally going to grace us with its presence in Portland next week, so that's super exciting. You don't need any props or anything to practice today, but just want you to take the next couple minutes to kind of create a nice, comfortable space for your practice. And if you want to put on some music of your own, that's obviously always welcome. I know Flex and Flow has been sending out a lot of playlists and emails too, so if you are searching for musical inspiration to listen to this morning, or if you have a space that you can listen to music, you're not waking up other people in your home, I know it's still a little early, I encourage it. I think it's a great way to start the day. What are we going to be doing today? We're going to be flowing and stretching it out. I want to get really stretchy and kind of, thanks Kushlani. I'm readjusting my hair. Yes, we're going to be stretching and flowing it out. And what I kind of want to focus on today is the idea of power yoga for when you don't feel powerful. And that doesn't necessarily mean that when you don't feel emotionally powerful, but it can. But maybe also when you don't feel super physically fired up and ready to go, but you are looking for bringing a little bit more of that sensation. I have been having some real slow wake-ups lately, and so morning power yoga is like, just doesn't sound, it like doesn't equate in my brain. So this, if you're kind of in the same boat, this is definitely for you. We're going to be powering it up without forcing our bodies to move in ways that don't feel right first thing in the morning or anything like that. So when you're ready to get started, let's come to our mats in a child's pose position. You can take your knees, I'm going to encourage your knees together, but if you really like your knees nice and wide, feel free to head there as well. Whatever variation of child's pose that works for you, if you're just tuning in or just being in a child's pose, hips coming back towards your heels, and hands, again, if you'd like them to rest down by your hips, that works great. I'm going to encourage hands reaching forward. And again, these are just these tiny little modifications that we can make to kind of bring in that sense of power, that sense of energy, that morning fire that some of us might be kind of lacking without a cup of coffee first thing. So just making these tiny little adjustments that will bring a little bit more energy to a pose and help us to wake up our bodies in a really natural and just good, juicy feeling way. So we're here in this child's pose. And I'd like you to just gently start to rock your head side to side. And as you do so, you're massaging this third eye point, kind of right between and just ever so slightly above your eyebrows. Giving it a little attention. Even feeling like a little bit of a forehead massage. It's okay if the rest of your body rocks too. I want you to be really gentle with this here. Finding ease in the movement. We'll take the forehead back through center, and then we're just gently going to begin to tap through the fingertips, pulling the elbows and the palms up and off the mat, activating through the shoulders. Take a big breath here. Maybe you have the space to walk your fingers ever so slightly farther forward in space. And then on an exhale, we'll gently release our hands back to the mat. Ground down through your forearms, so really press your forearms into the mat. Spread your fingers and your palms wide, and then we're going to shift forward into a Sphinx pose. You can walk your toes a little bit farther back in space, bring your pelvic bone all the way to the mat. What we want in our arms here is shoulders back directly over elbows, middle fingers pointing forward. Now, if you get here, especially the flexible low back, you might immediately begin to feel some shortening and crunching there. So we want to ever so slightly start to activate in the core. So you don't have to bring a full flex here yet, but we're just pulling that part of the belly that so much wants to sink down towards the back. Again, bringing that tiny bit of fire, just pulling it up, and as we do so, you can see the pelvic bone tucks down towards the mat and lengthens out the low back. Chest pulls forward here. Take a big breath. We're going to rotate your left forearm parallel to the short edge of your mat. Begin to kick your right heel in towards your glute and reach your hand around to find a bind. Square both shoulders back forward, and then ever so slightly begin to squeeze that right foot in towards your center line. And as you do so, since your shoulders are squaring forward here, you're going to feel a nice opening across the shoulders. Take a breath, keep that low belly lifting up and in. Then we'll release the bind, come back to the center, and switch over to the other side. So starting with right forearm parallel first, then taking that left foot in, left hand finds the bind. Be sure to square back forward so shoulders are back in line with each other, and then squeeze that left foot in, finding that nice big stretch across the front of the shoulder. Oh, so good. Take one big breath. Release that bind if you've got it. I want you to lower your chest all the way to the mat. You can bring your chin down if you'd like. Take your fingertips to tent on either side of the mat. Point your elbows up towards the sky and activate through the fingertips and the palms. Ground down through the shins and the tops of the feet. Inhale, we're going to lift up tight chest and shoulders. Exhale, gently dip your left shoulder in towards center, gaze over towards the right. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, other direction. Right shoulder and gaze to the left. Inhale takes you up through center. Exhale, we'll bring forehead all the way back down. And we're going to drag our hips back to our heels, coming all the way into a seat at the back of our mat. If you'd like, you can kind of shimmy back into your center here. We're going to take a moment to pause in our hero's pose. So you can stay just like this if this feels like a nice stretch for you. First thing in the morning, just sitting back on heels, stepping across the front of the thighs. If you'd like to take it a little bit farther, and I'll turn to face you, you can separate your knees enough so that your sits bones can come all the way down to the mat between your heels. Your heels are still squeezing in tight here towards your glutes. And while your knees are separated, they're really trying not to splay out. They're just coming directly out from your hip bones. If you need a little bit more space there, I recommend kind of rolling the muscle of the calves a bit, creating a little bit more space. You can stay right there. And from either this position or sitting up on your heels, option to begin to walk your hands back behind you, fingertips pointed back towards your bum, and come back down onto the forearms. Maybe fingertips are reaching towards the toes. Again, if that low back is trying to kind of deactivate here, we're just going to press up skyward this time. So our front body is facing the other direction from that Sphinx pose, but it's sort of the same activation. Breathing through here for a moment, big opening across the chest. And then if you were in that reclined variation, maybe it just looks like this. We're going to walk back up to a seat. Palms plant, and we'll find tabletop pose. So bringing yourself into the center of your mat if you got a little awkward out there. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. It's an inhale. You're going to heel the heart through the biceps, tuck the pelvic bone up towards the sky. And then exhale, starting with that tailbone, tuck it underneath as your gaze turns towards the back of the mat. Take it through just a couple more rounds like that. And what I want focus on here is the connection of your palms and your knees as well as your shins and the top of your feet to the mat. So using that connection to really activate this movement, grounding down, rooting to rise. As well, if you've disconnected from the breath at all, take it back to the breath. Take it back to the rhythm that's going to guide you throughout your practice today. We'll find 2 more rounds just like that. And then at the bottom of your last exhale, we'll come into a neutral spine. So neutral just means that our spine is parallel to the mat. It's not dipping down low, it's not lifting up high. But we've got this nice straight back that belly button to core connection is ever so slightly activated. And your gaze is just a couple inches in front of the mat. From here, we're going to extend the left toes towards the back of the room, floating them up to hips height and flex through the foot. Inhale here on the exhale, we're going to walk your right fingers forward in space, reaching right fingers and left foot in opposite directions. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, draw knee into your elbow. Crunch underneath and re-extend. Knee to elbow, re-extend. Knee to elbow, re-extend. 3 more times just like that. Breathing through here. You're going to feel a little warmth building. We'll meet with both limbs extended long in opposite directions. And then left foot is going to begin to heel up towards the sky, bending at the knee. We'll reach your right fingers around, and maybe you find the spine. Maybe you're not quite there. You're reaching in that direction. Feeling the heart open and forward. Again, grounding down through those rooted limbs, rooting to rise as you lift up, finding your mind around your ankle. Exhale, re-extend. Keep that left foot floating as your right palm comes to the mat. Tuck your right toes, and you'll find your little 3-legged dog. Inhale here, exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Pause, square off the shoulders, keep stacking that hip, drawing your left heel in towards your glute. Then on an exhale, lightly step your left foot outside your left hand, finding a lizard pose. Take a couple little spinal waves here. Inhale, dipping your hips low, feeling your heart forward, but keep that back knee floating. Then straighten out through both legs, and this might not be kind of a full extension here, it's still pretty early. Lifting your hips high. Twice more, so inhale, dip the hips low, pull the heart forward. 2, straighter legs, hips high. Woo! Now I'm really getting to the back of my thigh right now. We'll dip the hips low, pull the heart forward. 2 straighter legs, feel that left hip back in line with your right, and hold for 3 breaths. You can flex that front foot, or you can keep it down on the mat. Last 2. Last one, gently rebend in the front knee. We're going to drop your back knee, and then step your left knee back to meet your right for tabletop pose. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow, inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale to arch. Inhale forward. Exhale to arch. And as I'm arching here, I'm rounding down. Feel like the shoulder blades apart. Inhale. Last round, you exhale. Tuck that pelvis underneath, spread the shoulder blades wide, and then come back into your neutral spine. This time, right foot extends towards the back of the room. Left fingers reach forward and scapes. Ground down through those glutes that are still connected to the mat. Flex through your right toes. Drop that right hip down in line with your left. Checking in with the big toes, still pointing directly towards the mat. And then knee to elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Checking in here. Your spine is nice and long and neutral. Those in between points. Last 2. Last one. Reach everything long. Bend your right knee. Maybe you've got that bind. Maybe you reach towards the bind. Press your right foot up high. And this is the same sort of sensation as that Sphinx variation that we were trying. So your shoulders are still squaring forward. That knee is still pointing out directly from your right head. Re-extend your limbs. Bring your spine back to neutral. Left hand comes down. Tuck the left toes. Find your three-legged dog. From here, bend the knees, stack the hips. Square the shoulders forward. Squeeze that heel in, and maybe you lift your knee a little higher. Big breath. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Free waves of your spine from lizard, so gently dip the hips. Then two straighter legs. Woo! Dip the hips. Two straighter legs. Last time, dip the hips low. We'll pause with two straighter legs. And again, we're saying straighter. They don't have to be locked out or perfectly straight. And hold for 3 breaths. That right hip is pressing back in line with your left. Breathing through for 2 more. Last one. Gently rebend the right knee. Drop that back knee and step back to your tabletop pose. From tabletop, walk your hands about a foot forward in space and melt down into puppy. You bring your chin or your forehead to the mat. Hips are directly over your knees. Chest is melting down low. You want a little bit more, maybe you tend through the fingertips, activating the palms. Take a breath. If you're pumped or lifted, bring them back to the mat. We're going to walk back in, finding our tabletop pose. Then tuck the toes and we'll press the hips up high for downward facing dog. Take 3 full rounds of breath to welcome yourself to the downward facing dog shape. So you can roll out through the hips. You can bend into one knee and then the other. Maybe shifting your hips side to side. Hi, Elise. Take 1 more full round here. When you're ready, find stillness, bring both heels back to the mat. Grounding down through the palms, lifting the hips up high, and slightly activating that belly button core connection. On an inhale, we'll come high up onto tiptoes, take a nice bend in the knees, press the chest back towards your thighs, and turn your gaze to the space between your thumbs. 2 big steps carry you up to meet that finding forward fold at the top of your mat. You're going to hang heavy for a moment here. Generous bend in your knees, hands come to clasp up into your low back. And then we'll let hands fall up overhead, hanging onto that grip. If this is too much for you right now, you can release the grip. Just forget about it altogether and let your hands come to your low back. Pause in here with your hands in this grip. If you've got them up and overhead, we'll add on a little shoulder, a little bit of a deeper shoulder stretch. Targeting one side at a time, dipping your left shoulder in towards center first, gaze over towards the right. And then take yourself through center, right shoulder dips in, gaze to the left. It's okay if your hips come slightly uneven here. We'll release the hands back down towards the toes on an exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Pull the crown of your head forward, exhale, release back down to your toes. Ground and roll 4 corners of the feet. We're going to spread the hands wide so we lift the flat back all the way to stand. Exhale, hands pull into prayer. I'm going to turn to face you. We'll bring hands up and overhead again. Left fingers wrap around your right wrist. And let's begin to draw your fingers towards the left side as your hips shift ever so slightly to the right. Coming a little banana or half moon shape here. Inhale takes you up through center. Exhale, switch your grip. So right fingers around left wrist. Take your fingers towards the right, hip shift towards the left. You can turn that gaze up towards the upper arm if you like. Inhale takes you up through center. Palms come to meet. Exhale, we're gonna flat back fold all the way down to your toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands plank, step to a high plank. From high plank, pause for a moment, drop your hips down in line with your heels and your shoulders, spread your fingertips wide and breathe. Really smoothing out the breath, making sure that we're not losing it even in these more powerful or fiery positions. Take one more round of inhale and exhale. And then at the top of your next exhale, we're going to keep the elbows in tight as we gently lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, hands come to plant on either side of the rib cage. Keep those elbows squeezing in tight and lift up for your cobra. Exhale, forehead back to the mat. And your journey to downward facing, so you can either press right up into high plank and then hips to downward facing. You can move through either tabletop or child's pose, press your hips up to the sky. From here, right heel lifts to three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Reach your right knee up a little bit higher, squeeze your heel in tight towards your glute. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Inhale here, on an exhale, we're going to take a simple twist. Right finger reaches up to the sky. And then take your hands to your hips, just pulling that right hip up in line with your left, dropping that left hip down. I always wants to compensate by popping wheel up high here. Just using that hand to gently level off the hips and then we extend. Inhale here, exhale, both hands back to the mat. Step back to your high plank. From your high plank, elbows in tight, pause and hold. Take a big deep breath. At the top of your next exhale, we lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, find your cobra shape. Forehead back to the mat, and then your journey to downward facing dog. Once you arrive, left heel lifts to three-legged. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Reach that knee up nice and high, squeeze the heel in tight, and then step the foot up to lizard pose outside the left hand. Simple twist, nice wide variation, right hand plants, left fingers reach. Again, bring your left hand to your hips and use it to feel that leveling off sensation. Re-extend your hand when you found it. Both hands back to the mat, step to high plank. Inhale here, exhale. Pause. Take a full round of breath. Feel the warmth, feel the heat building. Elbows in tight, we'll gently lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, find your sphinx or your baby cobra. Exhale, forehead back to the mat. Again, your journey to downward facing. This can be whatever it looks like for you. The most important thing that I want you to remember is to not kind of crunch or shorten your low back if you're trying to press up to a plank. From downward facing, you come up onto tiptoes. Nice generous bend in the knees. Look at the space between your hands. And this time, take either two big steps with the opposite foot starting first, or if you'd like, you're ready to add in a little hop or a float. We'll use that to come up to a forward fold. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold back down to your toes. Inhale, hands will sweep up and overhead, palms come to meet. Exhale, hands come into prayer. Inhale, palms sweep up and overhead. We're going to take those little side body stretches again. Left fingers around your right wrist. Shift to the left side, hips to the right. Inhale takes you up through center. Switch your grip. Head in the other direction. Inhale takes you up through center. Release your hands and keep them up and overhead. We're going to bend at the right elbow and bring your right palm to the top of your spine, where your spine meets the bottom of your neck. And then gently bring your left fingers around your back, bending at the elbow there. Maybe your fingers come to meet, maybe they don't. You can always use your shirt to kind of, or, your top. This isn't really a shirt, all things considered. Kind of walk your fingers in that direction, bringing them to meet, or not. Once you've kind of found your edge point, that's where you want to hang out. We'll pause, gently press the back of the head into the forearms, and then gaze can turn ever so slightly up towards the sky, kind of at a 45-degree angle here. Ground down through the soles of the feet to engage with the low belly, hold. Release the hands and we'll switch. This time the left elbow comes high, right elbow comes low. Again, whatever you need to do to walk your fingertips as close together as they want to be right now. It's totally fine if your fingertips don't come to meet, or maybe they meet but they can't grab onto each other. Maybe you use that shirt or any other prop if you've got a strap nearby. This is a great spot. Ground down through the soles of the feet. Press the back of the head into the forearm and lift your gaze. Breathing through. This doesn't have to be a big back bend, it's really just turning the gaze up towards the sky. Reach your hands out nice and wide. I'm going to come back to the top of my mat, hopefully that's where you are. Inhale, palms come up and overhead. Exhale, flat back, pull down your toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands plant. Step to a high plank. From this high plank, we're going to roll onto the inside arch of your right foot, outside arch of your left foot. Gently reach your right fingers all the way up to the sky, finding a little side plank moment. Your feet are staggered to add a little extra support. Right hand comes back and we'll just roll onto that same shape on the left side, left fingers reach high. Inhale here, exhale, both hands come back to the mat. This time, from here, lower either all the way to the belly and take that cobra, or if you'd like, take your chaturanga. Being really mindful that you're choosing it because you're ready for that more upper body fire. We'll meet in a downward facing dog as you're ready. Right heel is going to lift to three-legged. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Square the shoulders forward in space. Big breath. Tip your right foot outside your right hand. Find that simple twist. Breathing through here. One more breath. And then gently drop your back knee all the way to the mat. You're going to kick your left foot in towards your glute. Maybe you got this bind with your right hand reaching around the top of your left foot. Maybe you're reaching and squeezing in that direction. Either way is totally fine. Whatever you have here, we want to make sure that that right foot is still grounding down onto the mat. It's still pointing towards your big toe, is still pointing towards the front of the mat. Breathing in, twisting up and open with that chest. One more inhale. Exhale, release the bind if you have it. Both hands come back to the mat. We're going to heel toe your foot in towards center. Tuck the back toes and float the back knee. Inhale here, exhale, begin to hover your fingertips up and on the mat. Press that right hip back in line with your left and feel your chest ever so slightly forward in space. Inhale here, exhale, we rise all the way up, find your high crescent lunge. Inhale your high crescent. Square the hips forward. Sag your shoulders over the hips. Extend your hands up high and take a nice generous bend in that front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, swing that back heel down. We're going to find the extended side angle. Left fingers reaching up and overhead. That right elbow can either come to the top of your right knee or planting your hand on the inside of your right foot. Take a breath. Extend wide. Big inhale. On the exhale, both hands spin down to frame your front foot, tuck your back toes. We're going to step back to high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, your choice. Take it through a vinyasa or press directly back into your downward facing dog, carrying your hips up to the sky. When you arrive, left heel will sweep up to three-legged dog. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Again, squeeze that heel in nice and tight. Heel your knee up towards the ceiling. And then step your foot up, find your lizard pose. Big breath here. Simple twist, wide variation, left fingers to the sky, right hand is planted. Breathing through, gently begin to drop that back knee and add in the bind if you've got it, or reach in that direction. If you've got that bind, adding a little ease on the exhale. Melting your hips down towards the mat. Your chest and upper body is peeling towards the ceiling. One more breath. Release the bind, both hands come back to the mat. We're just going to heel toe that left foot in towards center. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Activated the low belly, press into the ball end of the back foot and begin to hover the fingertips. Peel the chest forward, and then rise to high crescent lunge. Stretching that back knee nice and long, pressing through the back heel. One more inhale. Exhale, spin your back heel down. Find your extended side angle variation. If you're in this extended side angle, again, you can either bring your hand to the mat or bring elbow to knee. Really try to imagine that this is one long continuous line. I see so often this top hip trying to reach up towards the sky, and that's totally fine. But as you get a little bit more openness in those inner thighs and your hips, we want to press the hip down, extending that line from the outside edge of your foot all the way up and through your fingertips. Big breath. Both hands come down to frame your front foot, tuck the back toes, step back to high plank. Inhale on your high plank. Exhale, we're going to lower to the forearm. So left forearm comes down, then your right. Drop your hips down in line. So again, one long line with your heels and your shoulders this time. Palms are pressing into the mat, fingers spreading wide. Big breath. Gently dip your right hip back down towards the mat and then lift it up. Left hip dips down and lift it up. Right, left, right, left. Feeling a little warmth. Right, left. 4 more each side. Left. Last 3. Keep breathing. Last 2. You've only got 1 more. And then gently lower your pelvic bone all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes for Sphinx pose. Inhale here. Exhale, release your forehead all the way down. Hands are going to come to clasp behind your low back. Stretch your fingertips towards the back of the room. And on an inhale, gently begin to peel up head, chest, and shoulders. Grabbing down to the shins and the top of the feet to rise. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release everything down. Left ear comes to the mat. Big breath. Settle in, take a pause. One more big inhale. Hands come to clasp behind the low back again. Stretch the fingertips back. Take the forehead through center and then lift. Reaching the fingers towards the back of the room. Head, chest, and shoulders are forward. Big breath. Then release everything down. This time right ear comes to the mat. Take 3 full rounds of breath. Smoothing out. And then bring your forehead through center. Hands are going to come to press on either side of your ribcage. And bring your hips to your heels for a child's pose moment. This time again, knees can be together, knees can be wide. I'm going to encourage your knees to be together just to add a little bit more of a low back stretch. Totally up to you. If your knees are together, you're welcome to stay or add on. Bring your hands to grab your heels behind you, hanging on there. Now begin to lift your hips up and off the heels, rolling forward on the top of the head, finding a little rabbit pose. Using that bind around your heels to stretch within the shoulder blades. We'll gently release hips all the way back towards the heels when you're ready. And come up to a seat. Big breath. We're going to spin the heels around and come down to sit on the sits bones, extending the leg out long. Inhale here. Click down through the sits bones and lift up long through the spine. Flexing the feet back in towards the heels. Take a breath. Reach your hands up and overhead, and then with a flat back, gently begin to hinge forward over your legs. This might not be a ton because this can be a really intense stretch. So if it's only maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches, don't worry about it. You just want to hang out with that flat back for a moment. You can bring your hands down towards the mat or towards your legs, but keep pressing your chest forward in space, leading with the chest and the flat back. Take 2 full rounds of breath. Settling into the posture. And then, after the bottom of your last round of breath, we'll gently begin to round the nose down towards the legs. Keep pulling the crown of the head forward, but you can begin to add a little bit more curve in your spine, maybe walking your fingers forward in space. Finding your full Paschimottanasana pose, your nice seated forward fold. Take a breath. We're going to walk back up to a seat, and we'll spin around to face you now. Bring that right knee up towards the sky, planting through the sole of the right foot. And then we're going to take that left leg underneath, pointing the left knee towards the front, and then squeezing the heel in towards your hip. So we're finding this seated little pretzel shape. And we'll make it even more pretzel-y by taking the right foot outside the left knee. So this is the shape that we're getting into. Your right ankle is pulling in towards that left knee. Your left heel is pulling in towards your seat. Rounding down through the sits bones and lifting up high. Left finger is going to reach up and overhead. And then we're going to hook the left elbow outside the right knee. And if this is way too much, you can always just hug on to the right knee if you'd like. Right hand can plant behind you. And use that right hand planted behind you to press into the mat and lift and lengthen through the low back of the spine. Breathing through here, the gaze can turn towards the back of the room. You're welcome to stay in this nice twist. Or thread your left fingers underneath that right leg. Reach your right fingers around your back. Maybe you add in a little bind here. Try not to force this bind. You don't want to get into it if it means that you have to really kind of curve and struggle to get there. It's totally fine if you maybe don't have the whole thing. Maybe you've got a half bind right here. Maybe you're reaching in that direction again. The goal is to lift and lengthen through the spine. Get this nice deep twist in. We'll release that bind on an exhale. You can uncross the legs, stretch them both long for a moment, and then just wiggle them out. Maybe bring some fists to the thighs and to the calves, and just add in a little shaky massage here. And then this time we're going to take the left knee in. We'll bring that right leg underneath and cross the left ankle outside the right knee. So we're just moving on to the other side. Woo! This side feels a lot stretchier for me. Right, fingers come up and overhead. Again, hook that elbow if you want, or if you'd like, you can just take this nice little hug, give a little love to your knee. Breathing through here, that left hand is standing behind you, helping you to lift and lengthen through the spine. Stay or add this bind, reaching underneath the left knee to hang on to the left fingertips. On each inhale, drive the skull spine a little longer, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And on each exhale, find a little bit more ease, maybe softening into the twist. Take a big breath. We'll release that bind when you got it. Extend both legs long and just wiggle them out. Maybe add in this little massage. When you're ready, I'm going to spin back towards the front of the mat. We'll just bring the feet back into a crisscross, and then as comfortably as you can, maybe rolling over those ankles or your knees. We're going to find tabletop. So shoulders coming over the wrists, hips coming over the knees, Tap your toes, hips high, we find our downward facing dog. Inhale, high to tiptoes. Look at the space between your hands, and we're going to take 2 big steps up to meet them. Inhale, we'll lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold all the way down to the toes. Inhale, hands are going to sweep up and overhead. Exhale, hands come into prayer. Inhale, hands sweep up and overhead. Exhale, right foot forward. Your left toes are going to step all the way to the back of the mat. Finding your high crescent lunge here. Big breath. Hold on the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come to your heart. And we're going to shift into a warrior 3 like this off of those back toes. Breathing through for a moment. Dropping that left hip down in line with your right. Again, you can bring your hands to the top of your hips. Just using them to gently nudge your hips level with each other. Just feel what's happening there. Hands come to prayer. And then we're going to gently release all the way into a runner's lunge. So hands coming to frame your front foot. Right foot is forward, left toes are back. Step back to your high plank and take it either through your Vinyasa variation or find your downward facing dog. Moving with the breath. Adding in a push-up here or there if you want it. When you arrive, right here we'll squeeze up to 3-legged dog. And then we'll stack the hips, bend in the knee. Big breath, step up to your lizard pose. Take your simple twist. From your simple twist, drop that back knee. We're adding on that little bind if you'd like it, or reaching in that direction. Twisting the chest up and open. Inhale here. Exhale, release the back foot. Both hands are going to come back to the inside of the right foot this time. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and we're going to spin that back heel down. We're opening right up into your extended side angle pose. Again, you can keep that right hand on the ground, or if you'd like, you can bring the elbow to the top of the right knee. The important part is having the space to find this nice long line, and maybe even take your left hand and just feel the side body opening up. Draw your hand all the way up through the side body. Big breath here. You're welcome to stay, or you're welcome to add on to the bind. Reaching your left hand around your back. Right fingers come underneath that right thigh, and we meet the fingertips, opening and sitting the chest up towards the ceiling. From here, and let's see if I can even balance this morning. Stay, challenging your obliques, or lift up into a bound half moon. I'm gonna walk my toes all the way in here. Take a nice little bend in that front knee. Oh, this does not happen this morning. And then lift, woo! Your left leg all the way towards the back of the room. It is a wobbly one at any time of the day. It's an especially wobbly one before you've had coffee. So take your time and play around with it. Kind of challenging the balance, challenging the stability of that standing foot. There we go. Breathe in here. When you're done playing around, we're all going to release back into this down side angle. And then release the bind straight through the front leg. And reverse your triangle pose. Right fingers coming up and overhead. Left hand can come down that back thigh. Now, stay right here, or add in this nice little arm bind that we've got. So right hand coming to the top of your neck. Left fingers reaching around. Pressing the back of the head into the forearm to lift up and open. Big breath. Release the hands if you're ready. Both hands come back to frame your front foot. Spin that back heel up, square the hips forward. Step back to high plank. From high plank, inhale here. Exhale, bend at the elbows. Lower your chaturanga or come all the way to the belly. Moving through vinyasa, we'll find downward facing dog. When you arrive, inhale, high to tiptoes. Bend at the knees, take take a look at the space between your hands and your choice, step, hop, or float your way up to forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands sweep up and overhead. Exhale, hands come into prayer. Take a big inhale in the nose. Exhale, exhale out the mouth. Once more, inhale in the nose. Exhale, exhale out the mouth. One great trick for power yoga when you don't feel powerful is taking it back to some powerful breath. It's always going to help wake up the body, wake up the mind. We'll take hands up and overhead, and then left foot steps forward, right toe step back this time. We're finding high pressing lunge on the other side. Square the shoulders off. Press that heel towards the back of the room and straighten out through the back leg. Reach your hands high. Big inhale, exhale, hands to prayer. We're heading into warrior three. Lightness off of your back toes. Left foot is grounded. Again, bring your hands to your hips and low them off if you like. Right toe, right big toe pointing down towards the mat. Chest has an ever so gentle baby cobra happening here as you pull the heart space forward. From here, hands to the mat, gently shift back to a higher runner's lunge. Breathing through, step back to high plank. From high plank, hips to the sky or take it through your vinyasa variation. Move with the breath. Check in and out of the body what it wants. Left heel will reach to three-legged dog and then we bend the knee and stack the hips. Squeeze the heel in tight, square the shoulders forward. Lightly step the foot up to that lizard pose. Inhale here, exhale, simple twist, right hand plants, left fingers reach. And then add on that bind or reach for the bind if you don't quite have the connection yet. Press the top of the foot back into the hands, spin the chest open towards the ceiling, take a full round of breath. Release both hands to the inside of the left foot, tuck the toes, and spin up and open through your extended side ankle. Again, your variation, track what feels right in your body. We're going for this nice long line to the side body. You can take your right hand, draw it up through the side body, feel the opening, stand your fingers long. Inhale here, exhale, stay. Or if you'd like, add in the bind. This time, left fingers reach underneath your thigh, right fingers reach around your back. Try not to press that right hip up. You can see mine is trying to pop up that way. Or lifting up through the chest, standing up and open, dropping that hip low. From here, take a look down at your big toe. Stay, or move into down half moon on the other side. Oh, this is one of those like, wait, why did I decide to do this? Oh, down half moon is one of my least favorite poses, but also favorite. So as gently as you can, just challenging yourself here. Maybe you hang on to the bind. Maybe you decide, wow, this bind is silly. This is what I feel like doing right now. And you just head into a regular half. So whatever little challenge your body's asking for today, that is up to you. We'll all be back in a down side angle or an extended side angle. Straighten through the front leg and reverse your triangle. Right hand coming down that back thigh, left finger reaches high. Inhale here, exhale, stay. Or add in your little bind around the back. Bring your left elbow open up towards the sky, right fingers come around to meet them. Big breath. Release that bind. When you're ready, both hands come back to frame your front foot, spin the back heel up. Step to high plank. From high plank, your choice, take it through one more vinyasa, or knee right back in that downward facing dog. Breathing through. Once you're in downward facing dog, we're going to gently bring the knees all the way to the mat, and then shift back into a child's pose, hips to heels. Forehead comes all the way down to the mat. Let's pause. Reconnect with the breath. Quiet the mind. Gently assess the quality of energy in the body. Maybe at this point, you're feeling a little bit more powerful, or even if that's not quite the word or the adjective that you would choose, maybe even a tired kind of powerful moment. You've done some great work already this morning. You take one more big inhale. On an exhale, we come all the way back up to a seat on our heels. Inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to find that hero's pose one more time with the option to lean back. I love doing this on the beginning and the end of the classes. It's always so interesting to feel the difference. So again, you can either sit back on your heels, or you can take your knees hips distance, roll the muscle of your calves out, and bring your sit bones to the mat. From there, option to stay. This is a great stretch for the front of the thighs, or option to walk the hands back in space. Maybe you start here, just pressing the chest skyward. Maybe you begin to come down onto the forearms. Maybe you're even ready to bring the back all the way down to the mat. If you feel any crunching in your low back, that's the place that you want to stop. You walk your way out of. We'll hold wherever you are for 3 full rounds of breath. Pressing the heart space up towards the sky. Last 2. Last 1. Then you bring yourself all the way up to a seat. Unfold the legs if they are folded, extend them long. We'll take soles of the feet together, your knees wide. Find your Baddha Konasana pose. Find your fingertips around the toes, and then with the flat back, gently begin to move forward, finding your edge point. Maybe walking the fingertips forward from that edge point, and then gently begin to round the nose all the way down towards the toes. Meaning in this nice big deep stretch. Take one more full round of breath. Like that was happening in your feet, whenever you're breathing. And then gently roll your way all the way up to a seat. We're going to bring the knees together. Then come back down onto the forearms. Right here. Your fingertips are pointed back towards your seat. Bring the knees into your chest. And just gently begin to take some big circles with your knees here. This can be kind of more focused on your low back if you've got the knees really squeezed in towards your chest, or you can begin to massage more through the glutes if you take your knees a little bit further away from the chest. So rolling through a couple rounds, whatever works for you right now. Whatever's feeling good in the body. Reversing some little circles or hanging out in a little sticky spot if you need to. We'll take one more breath right here. And then gently bring your spine all the way down to the mat. Realize that your head is off, in the middle. Knees come into your chest. And then we're going to let them both fall over towards the left side. Gaze coming out over your right fingertips. Pause here. Bringing both shoulder blades to the mat. Beginning to slow the breath. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, both knees come up through center and then head over towards the right side. Gaze turns towards the left fingertips and pause. Settling in, slowing down. bring both knees up to center when you're ready. And then we're just going to extend your legs along the mat, taking yourself into the shape, the final shape of class. Bring your heels nice and wide, hands either rest on the belly or bring them down by the hips, palms turning skyward. Roll the shoulder blades down the back and settle in. Take at least 1 minute in Tadasana. Closing down through the eyes. Peace. Begin to bring movement back into the body first by deepening the breath. Awareness coming back to the rise and fall of your chest. Any expansion that's happening in the belly or the rib cage. When you're ready, bring movement to fingers and toes, some little wiggles. Maybe rolling through hips and ankles or rocking your head side to side on the as gently as you can, you'll drag the knees into the chest. And then slowly work your way to a comfortable seat. Crossing up the legs with the ankles, bringing your hands to the tops of the thighs, meeting the hands at heart center. And invite you to close class with one big final breath. Starting by emptying the air of all the body, or emptying the body of all the air. So emptying yourself completely, all the way to the bottom. Then take a big, long inhale on your nose and fill up every little pocket of air you can find. So the tops of your shoulders, pockets of air in your back, between your rib cage, your chest, your belly. Feel yourself all the way up to the top and then hold at the top. And you've got as much air as you can possibly hold. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Focusing on power yoga when you don't feel powerful. Adding a little power up to start your day. I hope that everyone is doing really well. If you haven't heard already, we are switching all 5:30 weekday classes as well as Hit and Flow on 5:30 on Thursday and 7:30 in the morning on Monday to Zoom so you can interact with other students and with your teachers. We'd love to have you. It's available immediately to all current members of Flex Info, and you can access the Zoom links if you sign up on Zenfare. Or if you're not a current member and would like to join us for Zoom, it's only $19 a month, and there is more information on our website. So let us know if you have any questions. We're always just a DM away. Lots of love. Instagram is going to kick me off here. Hope everyone is doing great. Have a beautiful rest of your Thursday.